Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're reacting to some more of my queen, my goddess, my end-all be-all, the one, the only Miss Kelly Clarkson, some more of her Kellyoke segments. Her latest album, Chemistry, is coming out soon. This Friday, the first single is going to be released. I'm super duper excited. So I figured this week we might as well just have a countdown to Chemistry music and just react to Kelly, have Kelly content on the channel all throughout the week. So yeah, I've got a few Kellyoke segments that I plan to record, and the first one we're going to dive into, I've got 3 great songs. Well, the first song I'm not familiar with, but it's Jasmine Sullivan, so I imagine that it's a great song, and the others I'm really, really excited to see. So we're going to start off with her covering Pick Up Your Feelings by Jasmine Sullivan. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the song, I don't think, but I'm familiar with Jasmine Sullivan. Her voice is incredible, her riffs, her runs, everything. She makes fantastic music, so I'm excited to see Kelly put her twist on one of Jasmine's songs. So let's dive in.
You said I've been acting different, yeah. Funny how I finally flipped the script on ya. When you're the one who's double dipping, yeah. You so sloppy how I got you slipping up. You're off the lease. Run me my keys. No more popping up to hit it, yeah. I ain't even got the mouse to trip on ya. New phone, who is it? Brand new, like the whip. Rack it up, no assist. Main bitch, I ain't average. Wake up, is it? Hennessy, take a sip. Look out my jeans, I ain't got the room for your package. Don't forget to come and pick up your Don't leave no pieces. You need to hurry and pick up your
Sing!
Don't leave no pieces. Put a lock on the door where my heart once was. You had your fun, but I had enough. Now I'm really done. And it's up to much more than you gave
Great
to
transitions.
me. So now I'm saving me, and I made my peace. So you can run them streets. I don't need all that.
Hey! I felt it coming. I want to hear that last little bit again, because I felt a hi-hat voice coming in somewhere, and like I was like, I don't know how it's gonna come in because I don't know the song, but I just feel we're building to it, and she gave it to me. Love. I feel like the first part of the song, like that first verse before we got to the chorus, she did good with it. She handled it well. I don't think it was the most. I don't think it showcased her vocals the best. Once we got into the chorus, though, that's when I feel like she really got into a comfortable groove with the song. Because that first verse and whatnot, it sounded like it was a lot of like rhythmic talk singing, like whatever the rhythmic pattern is. But like, and I've mentioned it before about her when she sung other songs that have that same sort of rhythmic pattern. One of her like magic parts of her voice is her vibrato. So whenever, similar thing with me, like whenever I'm singing, my vibrato is one of the good things about my voice. It's one of the things I like to highlight. So whenever it comes to singing songs that don't give me the time to actually let my vibrato kick in, so like if it's very fast, like rhythmic talk singing, da 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 da, whatever it may be, and I don't have time to let my vibrato kick in, it just doesn't feel like I'm really showcasing what my voice is made to do. So with her, similar kind of things. Like she sounds good, but when she sounds good, when she sounds amazing, is when that vibrato has the opportunity to kick in. So that first verse with just a lot of rhythmic singing, like, it was fine. It was fine. There was nothing bad about it, but it didn't feel like the most comfortable part of her voice. But once we got into that chorus where she could kind of sink into the groove a little bit, let her voice linger, and the vibrato actually start to kick in places, that's when I could feel the groove. That's what, because she's got such a just soulful, natural timbre to her vibrato, and it works well for this kind of song. So yeah, once we got to that point, it was magically delicious. And Jasmine is such a hard person to sing, because again, I don't know this song, but I know Jasmine's style, and I know Jasmine is waterfall runs, very similar to Tori Kelly, where it's like, I don't even know that they think about it. They just open their mouth and a waterfall of notes just falls out. They just riffs and runs all over, and they're so fluid, and I've never heard one that was wrong. I've never heard a run that she's done that has never landed. Like, it is so incredibly difficult to sing her music, because it is just full of all of these riffs and runs that if you don't have that sort of vocal agility, it is hard to emulate. So Kelly has got a pretty agile voice. I'll be honest, she doesn't have Jasmine Sullivan's vocal agility to do. She doesn't have that kind of voice. But I think Kelly did well with the runs that she did choose to execute. I imagine that Jasmine's version probably had an abundance more in there, but Kelly did fantastic. And then those places where she got to belt, she's got such a strong belt, such a beautiful vibrato. So those are the places that really let her voice shine in this song. And then slipping up into that high head voice, and gorgeous. And then some of the phrasing there in the latter half of it, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So all in all, it was a fantastic performance. Yeah. So then the next one we're diving into is one that I've had so many people like, hey, Topher, you got to react to this. You got to react to this. You got to do this one next. And I've had people tagging me on Twitter. I've had people friends sending me texts. I have people in my DMs on here, there, and everywhere. Like, hey, blah, blah, blah. So like, I already know that there is a lyric change that happens in this song, because so many people have told me, and like, oh, you have to watch it because she changed the lyrics and it's about her husband, or about Brandon, this and that. So I'm like, I already know that there's a lyric change. I'm fully aware of that. But I've even seen that little clip where the lyric was changed, because people have posted stuff on Twitter and tagged me here, blah, blah, blah. So I've seen bits of it. I've not seen the full performance though. So we're going to dive into her covering ABCDEFU by Gayle.
Forget you and your dad, and the fact that you got half, and my broken heart. Turn that into art. Forget you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all get lost. I swear I meant to mean the best when it ended. Even tried to bite my tongue when you started. And now you're texting all my friends, asking questions. They never even liked you in the first place. Dated a girl that I hate for the attention. She only made it 2 days, what a connection. It's like you'd do anything for my affection. You're going all about it in the worst ways. I was into you, but I'm over.
Beautiful transition.
Forget you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all get lost.
It's quintessential sassy Kelly. Sassy, pissed off Kelly. Like, if I didn't know that this song was a cover, I could see this on All I Ever Wanted. I could see it on My December. I could see it on maybe on Stronger a little bit. Like I could see it on one of her albums somewhere in her catalog, because it's that quintessential pissed off, sassy, okay, blah blah blah, kind of in the vein of Shivas a little bit. Yeah, very, very much that sort of vibe. I love the little bit of like sort of vocal fry and little kind of whiny baby talk ish kind of voice she was doing there towards the end. Forget you and your dad and like just almost kind of like taunting. Like it was a nice little vocal touch on there. And yes, obviously the lyric change. We're not forgetting the things Gayle was saying to forget. We're forgetting all kinds of things, and yes, very, 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 very fitting, very personal. I don't know if the verses also personally fit her general storyline, but obviously we changed the choruses to fit her story, and I think it's a nice, again, just sassy Kelly moment. I had a thought. Oh no, what was it? There's something I was going to point out that I really, really liked, and now I can't remember. Forget you and your dad. Oh, one thing I had a question about. I wasn't sure, and it might be like a network thing, but I was like, I don't know why we chose to change FU to forget you, because we weren't saying the F word. We weren't saying it. We were just ABCDEFU and your dad, blah blah blah. So like, I don't know why we made the decision to change the FU to forget you, but then we kept shit in and we just bleeped that out. Like, maybe it might be because TV studio, we know what, even though the song is ABCDEFU, the FU part of it might just be a little too much for daytime TV, and they're like, okay, well, no, we need to calm this shit down. We need to censor this, even though you're out here singing the shit word, and we're just gonna blur that. I don't know why we couldn't just blur out FU if it was gonna be too much, but I don't know. Just a question I had in my head there, why we made that decision to change that, but we kept the shit word. But all in all, yeah, very just sassy, pissed off Kelly vocals, and we love those. Yeah. All right. The last one we're going to look at is her covering the Emotions Best of My Love. I love this song. It's just such a classic. So yeah, let's see what she does with it. Hey. Come on, back route. Okay. From a vocal standpoint, this was fire. Fantastic. Big, belty. She's one of the strongest belters in the game. Like, she's fantastic. So big, belty, chest belt vocals for days. Oh God, like the song fits her voice like a glove. But from a performance standpoint, I haven't said this in a while, but I remember back like when the divorce was first announced and made public and whatnot, there were some of the Kellyoke segments that I was reacting to there where I made mention where like if you looked in her face, it looked like she was just kind of on autopilot, and even though like the vocals were fantastic, like the performance wasn't there. Her eye, the sparkle in her eyes wasn't quite there. Here, this is kind of the first time in a while I've seen it, and I don't know if it could have just been a rough day, something like any number of things could have happened, but like that same sparkle that I would normally see in her eyes just wasn't there. Like anytime we did a close-up on her face while she was singing this, like she just felt withdrawn, no hint of a smile. It didn't feel like she was necessarily enjoying the song or enjoying the performance, even though she was out here vocally slaying. Like if I just shut my eyes and was just listening, she was slaying the house down. But like looking at her performing the song, it didn't seem like she was in an enjoyable mindset with this song. And then we would flash over to like the background singers, and they're smiling, they're grooving. Not saying that she has to like, you know, give me dance moves or anything like that, but like there's this certain sparkle in her eyes when she's really enjoying what she's doing, whether it's a happy song, a sad song, whatever. Like when she's enjoying what she's singing or enjoying the moment that she's in, you can see that sort of sparkle, that light in her eyes, and it just felt kind of vacant here. So, and I don't know if something was happening this particular episode or that day and whatnot, but she just visually felt a little bit off. But outside of that, vocally, fantastic. She slayed the house down. There's no doubt about that. She was serving up all the vocals. Yeah. So all in all, it was a very interesting little karaoke session that we had in this reaction session. As always, we've always got to do our little ranking of what we watched. And if I had to rank these, I don't know. I guess in third place, I would put ABCDEFU. Like, I like the lyric change, I like the angsty, sassy attitude about it, but like from a vocal standpoint, the song didn't do too much for her. It was just kind of a middle of the road kind of vocal. It's still good, but it didn't like vocally showcase very much for her. It was very much just an angsty emotion kind of get cathartic release. And then second, I guess I would put I don't remember the title, whatever the Jasmine Sullivan song was, because the latter half of that, the vocals were fantastic. And then in first place, I'll put Best of My Love, because vocally, she slayed the house down, was everything. But yeah, so my general thoughts about these guys. You guys can let me know what your ranking and thoughts are down in the comment section, but I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys go, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone supporting me over on Patreon. This channel would not be what it is today without your continued support, and I can't begin to thank you guys enough for all you've done for me. If you'd like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya!